It's first of all, it was the most exciting, groundbreaking news I've heard in this field for a long, long time. We're very grateful to Professor Modlin for coming and spending time here in Barbados to discuss molecular genomics, which is a brand new field for all of us. How it's going to help us, Professor Modlin's probably told you exactly what it's all about, but by just taking a pinprick of blood, a small amount of blood, his laboratory is able to tell us not only has the blood got certain cancers in it by RNA and DNA molecular signatures, but whether the fact this cancer could be aggressive or non-aggressive, which will help us incredibly for the treatment, to map out a form of treatment, to know whether the treatment for an aggressive tumor compared to a non-aggressive one is very different. Now, the reason that Professor Modlin kindly gave us time to come down here was he's very keen to test this new molecular signature, especially on prostate cancer. And we know that prostate cancer is the commonest cancer in Barbados. It affects it has the highest mortality of any of the cancers in Barbados. More men die from prostate cancer than people die from any other cancer. So that's important. The second thing is we know that prostate cancer has a much more aggressive approach in men of African descent. So we're keen to test it. Here at Barbados, we've been testing what we call a screening program, looking for cancer at a very early stage, and we run a prostate screening program at the Barbados Cancer Society. And it's based on a blood test and digital examination of the prostate gland. But it's not very accurate. And this is going to be much more accurate, 95% accuracy. Not only is it different from the PSA blood test, because you can see different types of prostate cancers, but whether it's aggressive or non-aggressive. So the benefit to men in Barbados is going to be immense. First of all, we should be able to diagnose it a lot earlier. Secondly, we will know how to treat aggressive and non-aggressive disease, because the treatments are different. So I'm very excited about it, and we're looking forward to working with Professor Modlin's laboratory. They very kindly are going to analyze our patient samples, not patients, our population samples, blood for free. So it's no cost, a great benefit to our population, and I think will make a huge difference.
How soon is a program like this likely to start?
Say again?
How soon is a program like this likely to
Right, well, we need to get a few logistics. How we, taking the blood sample is simple, we do that already. But how we store it, it has to be stored. We can't just send it in ones and twos, so we'll send it in batches, and it has to be stored at minus 80 degrees in a freezer. So I've spent the last couple of months trying to find a freezer that is that accurate and minus 80 degrees. And we've got the agreement of the Chronic Research Diseases Laboratory, who have one, to use their freezer now. So that's got over that hurdle. The next is to actually, through the press, is to get more men to come forward and volunteer to, sorry, I keep hitting your phone, and volunteer to give their blood. We have about 50 to 60 men a month come voluntarily anyway, but we need to get out to some of the big companies where they employ a lot of men and ask whether they would perhaps get their workers to come and volunteer to join this trial. It's more than a trial. I mean, we need to trial it against the standard tests we use now, but it's that much more because they're going to tell us that much more about the cancer.